Alright, in this video we're going to be talking about measurement. This is actually the second video for measurement. In the first video we talked about TEKS 4.8a and 4.8b, which is identifying relative sizes of measurements within the customary and metric systems. Then we talked about converting measurements within the same measurement system. But today we're going to talk about solving problems that deal with measurements of lengths, interval of time, liquid volumes, mass, and money using addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division as appropriate. Okay. So, really what the biggest part of this, the 4.8c is a huge TEK. It is a readiness TEK, and so it covers really everything students have learned from all the previous years about length, about capacity, about volume, and about money. And then of course it's going to also possibly include problems where you're required to convert. And the biggest one on here that's new for 4th grade is elapsed time. Now elapsed time in 3rd grade was taught, but it was just taught like, let's say I have, Tommy started his homework at 3:15 p.m. He did his math homework for 25 minutes. Okay. And then he did his science homework for 10 minutes. What time did he finish his homework? So we have that type of elapsed time in 3rd, or we have this. Nick and Eric played video games. They played Minecraft for 25 minutes. They played Little Big Planet for 35 minutes. So how many minutes did they play video games? And that's 60 minutes. In 3rd grade, they may know that is 1 hour, but that's really a conversion of time. So the answer very well just could be 60 minutes, okay? So they were given a start time or an end time in 3rd grade, and they were then told the elapsed time and had to figure out the start time or end time, or they were given the elapsed time of the activities and they had to find the total elapsed time. So they really never have to, they're never given a start time and an end time and have to figure out the elapsed time in between. So that is what is new for 4th grade, okay? So, we're going to talk about how we do that. In 4th grade, what we use, there are actually a couple of different strategies we can use to find elapsed time, and they're on your instructional talk page. And they're right here on your instructional talk page. The absolute most popular is the number line, which I would encourage 90% of your students to do. They've been adding and subtracting on a number line for 2-3 years. So it's time for us to talk about the number line as far as time. And they actually do learn this in 3rd grade as well when they're given a start time or an end time and have to find the time they started or ended. If you have students who struggle with that number line, I would then work with them. You can show them the T-chart way, or you can show them the list way. Sometimes these are just, they work better for them than the number line. It just depends on the student. But I would say 90% of your kids, and the way that you really need to teach it to students, is using this number line. Okay, so let's see. Let's say I've given a start time of 4:35, and I'm given the elapsed time of 1 hour 20 minutes, and I want to know the end time. I saw something neat last year. Last year, a teacher was doing the C chart on elapsed time problems. Start time, elapsed time, or end time. So I know the start time is 4:35, and I know the elapsed time is 1 hour 20 minutes, and so I'm looking for that end time. Okay. So my number line is going to start, since I know the start. I'm going to start here with 4:35. And I'm going to go my hour 20 minutes. Now here's where some people call them hills, mountains, rocks. That is totally up to you. Remember, when you're doing this, you can go, they can ask elapsed time of the minute. So a lot of times teachers will say the mountains are the hours, the hills are the tens, the rocks can be ones. It's really up to you how you do it. I think they even have boulders to help their students remember. But if I'm going an hour, 20 minutes from here, I'm going to do a big jump of 1 hour to 5:35. And then I'm going to do a jump of 10, which is 5:45. Another jump of 10, which is 5:55. And then, oh, that's all I need. So my end time is 5:55. Okay. All right. So let's say I have an end time. Oh, I don't have a start time. I know my elapsed time is 2 hours 13 minutes, and then my end time is 7:19 p.m. So for this, on my C, I would put question mark, 2 hours 13 minutes and 7:19. So my number line is going to start at 7:19 because I'm looking for the start time. And I'm going to go back 2 hours 13 minutes. Okay. So I'm going to start with the 2 hours. 1, 2. So 7:19 goes to 8:19. 8:19, see, that's what students are going to do. Sorry, 7:19 goes to 6:19. 6:19 goes to 5:19. See, I just did what students are going to do, making the same mistakes. Then I'm going to go 10 minutes. So 5:19 goes to 5:09. And then I can do my 3 ones. So 5:09 because 5:08. 5:07, 5:06. And so my start time would then be 5:06. Now I'm nervous, thinking I did something wrong on that one. All right, so that's when I have a start time or an end time. Sometimes they give you the start time. So we're going to say 1:46, and they give you the end time of 4:07. Okay, and so for this one, it's just the same thing. And if I have the C chart, I know my start time, I know my end time, but I don't know that middle time. I don't know the elapsed time. And I want to go to 4:07. So, 1:46, I'm going to try an hour. Can I do an hour? 1:46, it would be 2:46. Okay. I'm going to do another hour, 2:46 to 3:46. That still works. Okay. I cannot do another hour because that would be 4:46, and it's only at 4:07. So I may want to do a jump of 4. I can do each individual, or I can say, I know if I do a jump of 4 minutes, that gets me to 3:50. Okay. Then if I do a jump of 10 minutes, that gets me to 4 o'clock. Then I can do a jump of 7 minutes, and that gets me to 4:07. So to find my elapsed time, I would add all my jumps up. 2 hours, 10 plus 4 is 14, plus 7 is 21 minutes. 2 hours, 21 minutes is my elapsed time. All right, so that's how we do elapsed time of for our 4.8C. The TEK also talks about just solving all sorts of, all types of measurement word problems. So we're going to make sure that our students are using QTPack on these problems. Remember, we're not teaching keywords. We're going to make sure we're thinking about the actions and what they are doing. If it requires conversions, we're going to ask students to convert using their T-table. And I think that's about it. So it's just making sure that we practice all different types of problems, including elapsed time, which is really the only majorly new concept that we're going to be talking about on that TEK 4.8C. All right, until next time.